Hi, this is Dr. Huang. In this video, I would like to talk about the anterior pituitary. The anterior pituitary has a major connection with your hypothalamus that regulate the neuroendocrine organs. So what are the endocrine organs? As you can see here, this is your endocrine system. From there, you see you have your thyroid gland, control your metabolism. Then you have your suprarenal gland, and you also have your the sexual endocrine organs. And in addition, you have your liver and the pancreas and others. So on this side, you will see this is your anterior pituitary. This is anterior pituitary. Here is the hypothalamus. Between these two is a rather important the venous system. This is called a portal vein. Portal vein on one side, this forms a network here, and you have your blood flow in this part, and on the other part you also form a network. Therefore, this is called a portal venous system. Between the hypothalamus and anterior pituitary, it is via this portal venous system. The neurons produce neuromodulators that will secrete into this side of your portal venous system, drain backwards, and always from the artery to the veins, drain here backwards into another side of the portal venous network. Then those neuromodulators through the portal venous system then regulate those glandular structures. To summarize the entire neuroendocrine regulation, we say we have 5 major components. This picture shows you the 4 major pathways, and we have another one here I'm going to describe. The first system is to regulate your thyroid hormone. Then thyroid will produce the thyroid hormone coming into your bloodstream to control the metabolism or T3 or T4 hormones. Then the second pathway is via suprarenal gland here. This is involved in the HPA axis. We can talk about it more later in a few hours. And then the third pathway is to control the sexual hormones. In the male, they will regulate the male hormone. In the female, and regulate the hormone produced in the ovary. And the fourth pathway here is the growth hormone. And the fifth pathway is to regulate in the milk production for females. So we describe them one by one. The first pathway is to regulate the thyroid hormone. Here is your hypothalamus. The hypothalamus will produce this is called the thyroid releasing hormone, TRH, and coming into your anterior pituitary gland. Here is via portal system, and the pituitary gland will produce TSH, which is the thyroid stimulator hormone. The thyroid gland will produce T3 and T4, and calcitonin regulate the body metabolism. The second pathway is called HPA axis. It's really related to the stress response. In this pathway, it is the CRH. The CRH is produced in the paraventricular nucleus. Here is the paraventricular nucleus produce CRH, stands for corticotropin releasing hormone. From there, they come into the portal venous system to the anterior pituitary gland. There, they produce ACTH into your venous system, going to the entire circulation. ACTH stands for adrenocorticotropic hormone. Coming into here, this is your suprarenal gland, then to the cortex of the suprarenal gland that produce cortisol. Therefore, this forms an entire HPA axis. So this can give you the feedback to your hypothalamus. So this is a stress-related pathway. Here is the summary. The third pathway is to regulate the sexual hormone. Then start from here, then in the hypothalamus, it will produce a gonadotropin releasing hormone. This hormone is a produce always releasing hormone in the hypothalamus, then secreted into the portal venous system to the anterior pituitary gland. From there, it will produce two hormones. One is called LH, stands for luteinizing hormone, and another one is called FSH, stands for follicle stimulator hormone. Then coming to the sexual organs, in the female it will be the ovary, and in the male will be the testes. From there, they will produce estrogen in female. In the male, then they produce testosterone. The fourth pathway is related to the growth hormone. In the hypothalamus, it can produce growth hormone releasing hormone. From there, coming to the anterior pituitary through portal venous system. Then from there, this anterior pituitary gland will produce growth hormone into the circulation, come to the liver and other organs, and that can stimulate IGF production, which is the insulin growth factor 1, and related to the growth of bones, the muscles, and the adipocytes. So here's another one, and this is in the stomach. It produces a hormone called ghrelin. This is actually the only hormone in the body. It's called a hunger hormone, the only hunger hormone actually. Many hormones regulate satiety, but this one regulates directly induce hunger. Then come back to the hypothalamus. The fifth pathway we mentioned just now is about the milk production here. The milk production, this pathway is really linking into the dopamine. The dopamine actually regulate this called prolactin. The effect is inhibition. This is the dopamine primarily through the D2 receptor to regulate prolactin production, which is inhibit. Therefore, you have more dopamine, you have less milk production. If you block your dopamine here, like the D2 receptor, it can cause the secretion of the milk. For example, antipsychotic drug application in the patients suffering from psychosis like schizophrenia and many other diseases. Those patients will require to be on antipsychotic drug treatment. Since antipsychotic drug can block your D2 receptor, there is a high proportion of patients, particularly in the girls, that can start to produce the milk. So if they produce the milk, it's very hard to get pregnant. Therefore, the patients is very hard to get a baby. So this is the why when they are on antipsychotic drug can produce the milk. In the men, some patients can develop a enlarged breast. So this is via this pathway. Okay, that's how your hypothalamus regulate your endocrine system through the anterior pituitary gland. Thank you everyone, hope that helps.